Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for one at the national championship with an automatic bid. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 9th-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. Powers through.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Well, nearly an interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up 3rd down instead.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Snags the quick throw. Gets some space around the 30. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Here's the 2nd down play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. The 8th play of this opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They're going to run it here. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He shreds the tackle. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the 1st down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's going for a big play downfield. Deep ball caught inside the 10. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Buckeyes looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the BIG10. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's an out route. The catch made. It's a nice gain. It'll move the football up to the 27. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Kerback and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down, 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
2nd down play coming up. Takes the handoff again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Can they pick up the 1st on the ground? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
It's a gamble here. Offense going for it on 4th down inside their own 40. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Handoff to the single back. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Will he score here? Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And the extra point is good. It's 17-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Toss it to the back, running left. Running with purpose. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
BIG10 makes it a 17-7 game. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardell Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Catch made all the way down inside the 35.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
They come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive going. Can the defense get a stop here? Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with the perfect call on this important play coming up. Crucial third down play right here. Linebacker shifting around now. The pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward. Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Wolverines offense is back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Receiver in motion now. Finds his man. It's Flanagan. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And the running back takes the handoff. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Here's a 1st and 10 play.
42 Spider.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
That gain sets up a 3rd down play. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. Quarterback drops back, looking for his back. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They've got the lead, but had to settle for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And he pulls in the catch.
Well, that's a quarterback's dream, to have all the time in the world sitting back in that pocket. Allows him to scan the field and be able to find an open receiver without worrying about getting hit. You can see what happens when they have that kind of time back there.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Caught behind the line. It's Stevens.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Third and short now for the offense for the plus 25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert, keep the drive going? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. The Buckeyes pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Buckeyes line it up with first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Coming up, second down and goal. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Second down and goal. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Ball at the 6-yard line now. It's third and goal. The run. After the PAT, the lead is 20. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Got it.
First and 10 now for the offense.
Gaucho, Gaucho. Pound 55 wheat. Gorilla, Gorilla.
And he'll set up to throw. Here's a target, and it's complete. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Okay, ready?
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Here we go.
Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And they heave it deep downfield. Caught near the goal line. Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now first and goal.
Well, that is a great throw and a catch. But now we'll see if they can finish off this drive by scoring a touchdown.
Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first and goal. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. The offense is still out there, just 2 seconds on the first half clock. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Boy, this is a huge score. Not only to cut into the lead, Chris, but just psychologically to be able to score like this. You go in at halftime, you make some adjustments, you get ready to make a big comeback now in the second half.
Here comes the point after attempt. And it's good. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moving past the 25. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. First down here for this offense. And now the handoff. They've got him down out near the 40.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
He's looking deep here. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way?
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On first down, it's play action. Trying to create here on the move. It's caught downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Good enough for first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Got it.
The Buckeyes are in the red zone.
Bang. Ready to go.
Takes the ball and heads to the left. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Okay, ready? Down. 9-0.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. 4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Wolverines offense is back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Flanagan. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Completion makes it 2nd down. Send the back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the corner. They'll stop him for a loss. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's third down. He's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Punt over the middle. It's Flanagan. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Important second down play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Pressure is coming. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Got it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Here we go.
Makes a quick catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Now, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You can see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return starts from inside the 5. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Short connection to the tight end here. Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That completion sets up a second down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Pulls it in. It's Freeman. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball at the 31.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Check, check. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
The Wolverines will line up now. It's 1st and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal.
Easy. Timber.
Back to throw again. The pocket breaking down. He's moving out of the pocket now. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
If you're going to throw the ball this close to your own goal line, you got to go to the quick game to get the ball out fast to give your quarterback a chance. Otherwise, consider running the football. Something different from sitting back and holding the ball and giving the defense a chance to come up with a big sack.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out.
Get set. Get set.
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the 1st down. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. No problem. Knocks it right through. They tack on 3 points to finish off the 3rd quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive.
That return backfires on him. Now their offense is stuck with the ball inside their own 10.
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the 2nd half. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance, so throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down play coming up for this offense.
325.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Offense moving to a bunch formation. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down. Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Looking to throw it on first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Can he get there on the ground? Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
The Wolverines with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made on the right side. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his second catch in this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time playmaking ability, but they've taken him out of the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead.
Running out of time in the pocket. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the first down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. Field goal try, no good. And that miss leaves at a 23-point deficit.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Buckeyes will line up to boot it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. No fair catch. He fields the punt. And he's going to finally head out of bounds, but talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. And the Wolverines' offense is back on the field. He's going to hand this off. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. DB's backing off from the line now. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
Here we go. 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Running play called on 3rd and short. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone for 2 points. Now it's a 15-point game. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And we're able to get him down. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Can he make it to the marker? Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
It's always a special year when, after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. You're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.